tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talk. Wrap up our Thursday edition. So we briefly touched earlier on the situation that happened at the Loudoun County School Board meeting last night in Virginia. But also at that school board meeting, Laura Morris, she resigned as a teacher. She got up and said that all this, the decision-making to make transgender a issue and critical race theory, she said was not what she signed on for, and she resigned. Now, whether you agree with her or not about whether critical race theory should be taught in school or whether you should refer to people who identify as another gender and refer to them by the pronouns they choose, whether you agree with that or not, that's not what I have at issue here. School systems, through COVID restrictions or mandates and mandates of what curriculum is going to be and everything, Broward County is now saying they're not going to listen to the governor. They're going to go with a mask mandate. You're going to have a lot of people, teachers, assistants, that are going to say enough. I can see it coming. I know this because after 5 years of teaching, I said enough when a parent came and berated me because I failed her son in my history class. I didn't fail her son. Her son didn't do the work. He failed himself. He just thought because I was his football coach, I should bail him out. I was not a football coach. I was a history teacher who coached football to supplement the meager income you get as a teacher. You're going to start having, and you may already have in a lot of places, a mass exodus from the teaching realm. You're already seeing, when they defund the police, you're seeing mass exodus from police departments all across the country. You're going to start with this, and no matter what side of the argument you're on, this is not about who's right or wrong. This is about school boards and teachers' unions not on the same page, parents and teachers' unions not on the same page, teachers and parents not on the same page. And there's lines going to be drawn in the sand. And when that happens, you're going to see a mass exodus of teachers. And believe me, you don't teach because you're going to get rich. I knew at 8 years old I wanted to be a teacher. You know how people say that they know they want to be this? I knew at 8 years old I wanted to be a teacher. And it's besides radio, It is the one job that was best suited for me. It was better suited for me than radio. Now, some of you might say, yeah, Tom, digging a ditch would be better than you than radio. But thanks for listening. But teaching was my calling. I knew I was going to be a teacher at 8 years old. I got out 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I couldn't imagine trying to teach now. With the different groups and the different people pulling you in 4 different directions, and you know, is it about the children? Or is it about policy? Is it about politics? Is it about religion? Is it about teaching race theory? No, I could not be a teacher now, and I'm afraid you're going to start seeing mass exodus of people from the teaching profession to go get other jobs. And that will be a disservice to the children of our country, because teachers need to do what they love. And, you know, teachers do it because they love it. They don't do it because they're going to make millions of dollars as a teacher. No, hey, I'm going into teaching because I'm going to be a multimillionaire from teaching, said no one ever. Ever. It's a calling, just like paramedics or police or fire or civil service. Teaching is a calling. And I'm afraid we're at a crossroads now where school boards and parents, because they're at each other's throats so much over what curriculum to teach, what not to teach. I don't want critical race theory. I don't want to teach transgender because that goes against my religious beliefs, blah, 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 blah. And a lot of times the teachers are caught in the middle. And who the hell wants that? I think you're going to start, if something doesn't change very soon, you may see a mass exodus nationwide of quality teachers. And that's not a good thing for us, folks. You need teachers. You have to have people that are good at instructing and good at helping people learn. I'm always reminded of the saying, it was in a Reader's Digest, and I cut it out my junior year of college. It was in a Reader's Digest, and I kept it on my refrigerator for the longest time. I don't know where it's probably packed away somewhere now. But it said, in a perfect world, baseball players and professional baseball players and professional football players would complain about what teachers and first responders and cops make. But we don't live in a perfect world. We live in a world where the people that do those jobs do it because they have a love of community and they have a calling to help their fellow person. And we're going to run them off if we keep going in the direction we're going, as was evident last night in Loudoun County when an elementary school teacher broke down in tears as she resigned her job. Right there in front of school board, I resign. I can't work for you anymore with the way that y'all are always doing, you know, these things that go against who I am as a human. And she resigned. And that's just one illustration of what I think is going to be something that becomes the norm. And that's a problem because you need teachers. You always need educators. And you're not keeping educators because of the money, because there is no money. None. Zero, zilch, nada. It's not a job that you'll get rich at. Yeah, Tom, you get your summers off. No, you don't. That's a misnomer, too. Stop it. And a lot of teachers now spend their own money stocking their classrooms and all when that used to be covered when, you know, I was in school. It's not now. It's a lot going into why people don't want to be teachers. We need to make sure we cultivate and get bright, passionate people to be teachers instead of trying to run them off. And I think the trend is trying to run them off nowadays. And I think it's a sad reality in our country. Hey, birthdays today. George Hamilton is 82. Sam Jones, who played Flash Gordon, he's 67. Rapper Sir Mix-a-Lot, baby got back. He's 58 today. Peter Krause, who was on Sports Night, he's 56 today. And Michael Ian Black, who was Ed, is 50 today. So there's your birthdays. Wacky but true. A veterinarian in Germany operated on a dog. He thought he was that good, operated on a dog to remove a tumor. He found an undigested pair of the owner's underwear in the dog's belly instead of a tumor, and he removed that. And a study found that 8 out of 10 adults are creatures of habit. They eat the identical breakfast every day, sticking to the same style of clothing and using the same mug. 4 in 10 go to bed at the same time each night, and 56% sleep on the same side of the bed every night. Even if they're the only person sleeping in that bed, they pick a side. They don't sleep in the middle. It's going to bring to a close Ocala Talks. We'll be back here tomorrow, same source time, same source channel. Until then, have a great afternoon, everybody.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.9